Hi, in this tutorial I will discuss about soft delete and data restore. When models are soft deleted, they are not actually removed from the database table. Instead, a deleted attribute is set on the model and it indicates the date and time when the data was deleted. So I am going to show you everything about soft delete from scratch so that you can easily understand. First, I am going to database migration, and this is a fresh Laravel installation. Before starting the work, I will have to give it a name. I am going to give my database a name. This is Laravel fundamental. This is empty database. Okay, I will use this database. I am going to copy that and paste that into my env file. So env setup, close it. Now I will create a migration for the students table. PHP artisan make migration create students table. So migration is created. Here I will add some data. Suppose this is table name, student name. Okay, so this is the data. I am going to add another one, that is email, or I am going to give it a phone number. Okay, name and phone. Now PHP artisan migrate and my tables are created. Go here, refresh and see that students table come. In this table, name, phone, and by default created and updated attributes are there. Now in order to work with database table, first I am going to my routes, web route. Okay, in web route I will show all the data. I am going to create some data manually from here. Suppose this one, another one, then another one, then another one, then so I have added 4 rows, 4 data. Okay, now I am going to close this. This is my web route. In the web route I will create a route to show all the students. Suppose students. Before using a controller here, I am going to create my controller. Okay, PHP artisan make controller, then student controller, and I will go to create a model. PHP artisan make model, and suppose this is student model. So I have controller, students controller, and I am going to add the controller here. Use app http controllers, then student controller, this one. Okay, now I am going to use the student controller here, then class, and second parameter is suppose all student. And if we go to the model, what we will see, app http app models, student model, and controller is here, student controller. So I am going to show all the data here, public function all. So I will show all students, student. But before using the model here as all student, I will have to use app models student. Then I can use the model student and get all the data, and this one all. And if I check, see that all the data. So I will run this in my URL, refresh. This is a fresh Laravel and development server is running. Now I am going to put here students. You see that all the students come 0, 1, 2, 3. That means this is the first student data. Then if you go here, you will see that we have second student data. This way we have 4 students here. Okay, so all students we are just going to show it. Now I will use the soft delete column into the existing table. If you go here, we see that there is name and phone. These 2 columns we created and updated an ID. Those are by default. Now when you will add the soft delete column, then deleted at column will be added here. So in order to perform that action, I am going to open my terminal. Then I will write something, PHP artisan. Then I will add a migration, make migration, and then I will create add soft delete columns, suppose 2 students, this table. Now enter. We see that a migration comes here, up and down, and add soft delete columns to students. So what we will do here, in the up method, we see that the first parameter is students, then blueprint table. Now here I will just write table, okay, table, and I will have to use a function that is soft deletes. Soft deletes. If you go to Laravel documentation to know more about it, go to Google and search for Laravel. In the Laravel website, go there, go into documentation, and then you can search here soft deletes. So you will get to know about this, okay, soft deletes. So from there you can study about the soft deletes to know more about it. This is my up method. I have added this code, and in the down method I will add another code that is table, and then drop soft deletes, this one, okay. Now I will run PHP artisan migrate. When I will run the PHP artisan migrates, go here in this table, you see that a deleted add attribute automatically added in the last. That means if I want to delete any ID, actually that ID will not be removed from this table. In the deleted attribute, the date and time will be added. That means if normally you do soft delete, that means this row exists, but that will be added into the deleted add column, this field. So you can next time again retrieve that information if you need. So this is the main function of soft delete. Now I will go to my model, that is student model, okay. Here, in order to use the soft delete, I will have to use another code, use illuminate, then database, database folder, then eloquent. I'm going to copy this, eloquent, okay. Then I will use soft deletes. I have added this soft deletes. And after the hash factory, I will use the soft deletes this way. Now if we test, for example, we will go to delete an information. I am going to my student controller, then public function delete. Normally if I use delete here, and here I tell which ID I need to delete, then suppose is to you, if you just use the delete function, where here I will use the delete function, and where in student table ID equal to that is coming from the parameter. So I will run this. Okay, I will have to create a route here. Going to copy this, and here I will use the delete, and then give the ID, because I have ID of my delete function, delete. Okay, so this way I will run. Suppose I will go to delete, ID equal to 3. So now I go here, give delete, then 3, enter. Now if I come to my table, refresh, we see that the deleted at attribute is updated. That means this ID has been soft deleted. Now if we want to see that trash data, that means this is actually that trash data that I have given here. Now if I go, I am showing you one thing. You see that I have total 4 students, 1 2 3 4. The student 3 I have soft deleted. Okay, so I should have in my hand 1 2 and 4. Now I am going to open another tab, and here, like previous, I want to show students. That means I have just run this route. So if I see, I now just run it, and you see that only total 3 students are here. The first one is Arifin, the second one is David, and the third one is Patrick. Arifin, David, Patrick. That means the number 3 is not there. So if you want to pull or to show all the students information, now only 3 students will be shown, because this student is now soft deleted. So this is a very interesting way to use the soft delete. Now if you want to see which data are in the soft deleted status, if we want to see, what we can do, we can just create another function here, public function, then just give the name, suppose trust. That means that are temporarily removed. So I am going here, now return, for example, student only trust. There is a built-in function that is only trust, and I will see the latest data and all data. Okay, and for example, I want to show it as DD this way. If you want to show that trust, I am going to call the trust here. That means here this is trust data, and here trust function. Now go here, show trust. We see that there is only one item in my trust data, that is Smith, ID equal to 3. If you go here, Smith ID 3, this is only one data that is soft deleted. So we can show the list in this way. Okay, in this way you can show the list using this function, only trust latest get. Now if you want to restore that value, suppose you now need this value, and from the soft delete I want to restore the information as previous, so it will be null. So we can do how we can do it. We will declare another function, public function, then I am going to call restore. Okay, and in restore I will put the id as the parameter that I want to restore actually. So I am going to call this student where, and here instead of delete I will use the restore function. So this data will be restored if I call the restore. Go here, I am going to call this, and here restore, this is the function, and there will be id. Okay, function and id. Now I will restore this value, restore which data, number 3, enter. Now if I go to our table, refresh, we see that now it is coming null. Now if you see all the students enter, you see that again I have 4 data. So in this way you can easily soft delete any data, and then you can restore that if you need it.